We're going to talk about stimulating creative thinking. Creativity is not only about encouraging children to think out of the box, it's about letting every step they take be their own. It's so essential, especially in today's day and age, to encourage children to be creative. We don't want them to be thinking just within the box. In fact, we want children to become citizens of the country, to become members of the community in a way that they have lateral thinking available to them. They need to be able to go beyond what are already available ways of looking at and thinking through things and instead build on their abilities to be able to ensure that they are creative in the ways they look at situations. It's only through that creativity that they will be able to also ensure that they can really excel in the fields that they would choose for themselves in the future. And it's not about sticking to certain fields in life which could only provide a promising future. It's about how well they understand those aspects, how well they're able to apply themselves, and they're able to utilize their own creative thinking, abilities to be able to go outside of the box, which could characterize the ways in which they will be able to ensure that they are successful and reaching up to their true potentials in these spaces. And that would contribute towards making them really confident in everything that they would do in the long run. So as a parent, it's so essential that you keep on working towards building those creative abilities within children. It's about encouraging them to hone them and harness them and to constantly build them, providing them different avenues to explore in a way that they can look at things from a different perspective. In fact, what's really essential is to be able to ensure that when your child is looking at things differently or is communicating about them in a different manner, instead of shutting them down or instead of telling them that no, this is not the right way, there is a different way which is a better way to do it, it's very essential that you allow the child to be able to fully explicate, elaborate, and express what it was that their thought process was. Of course, if there are certain errors in the way that they're looking at things or thinking through things, you provide them the corrective experiences. But encouraging them to share is what allows them to be able to also understand that they can be creative. It lays the foundation for them to be able to explore and ensure that they're sharing their thought processes even later on in life as they move through their school, college, reach their professional spaces as well later on. And that's something which is very essential, that as a parent you provide them that platform, you give them that belief system that if they have a different thought process, it does not mean it's going to be shot down. It's something that would be in fact encouraged, looked at positively, something that others would be willing to hear from them and would probably even provide them encouragement for. It's essential to keep ensuring that you keep on providing your children with that kind of a belief system so that they can keep moving forward with a lot of confidence and belief within their own self. It's also simultaneously very essential that when you're providing them with all of these multiple opportunities and you're encouraging them to think creatively, you're listening to what they have to share with you, you're also simultaneously ensuring that they do understand what the consequences of the ways in which they're thinking or proposing to do things would be. Having that kind of consequential thinking is also integral to applying their creativity in the long run. It's something which would ensure that they can stick to rules and boundaries as well and not just end up coming up with ways of exploring and doing things which could be too out of the box as well. So you need to help them provide or form the right kind of framework in a way that they can think through things in the best way for their own selves. And that's something which is very essential. And the beginning or the best way in which you can do that is by starting with providing your children unstructured time. One of the biggest changes which have happened in the recent years is that parents tend to try and structure most of the time that children have available for them. They keep on trying to put in too many classes, organize things for them, keep everything into a very time-bound space, and that is the shift that is required. Provide children unstructured time, let them go and explore, let them go ahead and figure out how they would like to do things, even if they are different ways. And that would ensure that your child's creativity is being harnessed and their potential is being reached in the long run. And you're able to give your child the right kind of confidence to be able to navigate situations in the best way possible.